Hey everyone, so welcome to episode 5 of the NoBoard SEO video series. So it's October 30th, and first of all I just want to give my thoughts to anybody that was affected by Hurricane Sandy. We lost power here for a little while, but it came back luckily, and there's still a lot of people without power, a lot of flooding and stuff, so just hope that everyone is doing as good as they can. Today we have a question from, and I'm not sure if I'm going to say your name correctly, Avier. Let me know how I did with that. I don't speak Spanish, but I think that's how you say the name. And he had a fantastic question about what are my top SEO tips for Ajax and Ajax content. I'm going to do the best that I can to help you out with that. As you know, Ajax can be hard for Google to see and to crawl and to index. So I'm going to offer two solutions, or two ideas, or what I hope are solutions to this. One that's less technically involved and one that's more technically involved. So let's talk about that first one. Ajax is built upon JavaScript. So you can think about the challenges that you face with JavaScript in a very similar way as with Ajax. It's just built upon that. So basically what you have is a client-side language that runs on the person's computer that's viewing the website that Google doesn't necessarily have the easiest time accessing and indexing. And there was even an article that just came out that made it seem like they may crawl JavaScript, but it may be delayed and things like that. So no one's quite 100% sure how they're handling that. So what Google recommends is that if you have Ajax or JavaScript content that's on the site and you want to make it indexed, you should have an alternative way for that content to be seen. Imagine if you were to browse that page or site by shutting off JavaScript and even shutting off CSS. You can use the web developer plugin, you can use browsio.net to see the website from that point of view. You would still want your content to show up visibly without JavaScript on and without CSS. And so the two main areas where this could be an issue is links and navigation, that's one issue, and then just text. So if you have a link or navigation that is buried in JavaScript or buried in Ajax, Google suggests a method, which is in the links I'll provide below, for having that link, having an HTML version of that link still available for the crawler to see, and for users that might not have JavaScript enabled. Also, they recommend for just text using the NoScript tag in such a way, which again is in the link below, to provide the text that might otherwise be in JavaScript or Ajax in a way that can also be seen. So that's kind of your simple method. If you have Ajax content or JavaScript content, you want it to be seen, you should provide those alternatives, or you should try to find a way to have that content without Ajax or JavaScript to begin with. If that content can be there exactly the same without the need of that JavaScript, then you should definitely do it that way. You know, don't use JavaScript or Ajax in place of something that can be done with CSS or HTML. Now, the second way to do this, which is more technically involved, and I'll have the link below, Google offers a way that you can actually tell them that there's Ajax content and provide a method for them to crawl and index it. And basically, I believe in the programmer world, it's called the hash bang method, meaning the hash or the pound sign and the exclamation point, which is, I believe, called the bang, the hash bang method. And I just want to give a shout out to Chris Lee from Sear Interactive, who I believe was the one that first initially somehow drew my attention to that particular article in Google. But basically what you're going to do, and you should only do this if you're more technically adventurous, or if you have a developer or somebody that's confident that they can implement this for you. You basically put your URLs that are Ajax in the hash bang, and then you provide what's called an escaped fragment version of the URL. And what this does is this gives Google an alternative version of the URL, and you're going to provide what's called an HTML snapshot. And this is what shows Google what the page would look like in HTML, and that allows them to crawl and index it. And supposedly what Google says is this is a very scalable way to do this. I've actually seen an entire website built with this method that was crawled and indexed just like a normal HTML site. So it is out there, it does work, but it will take some technical implementation to make that happen. And they also recommend, it's not required, but they recommend putting these special URLs in your sitemap, just to make it extra clear that they're there and available to be seen and to be crawled. So I hope that helps. So basically, to recap, you've got those two methods. One, if you want to keep it simple, just make sure that your content that you want indexed and crawled is accessible in a way where you don't have to depend upon the Ajax or the JavaScript. If you want the Ajax to be crawled and indexed, you might want to try out this more advanced and technically challenging method with the help of a developer or something like that. So I hope that helps out and answers the question. I know it can be challenging, but I hope it helps. So stick around for Thursday for episode 6 in a couple days. And again, I hope everyone in Hurricane Sandy is doing okay. Feel free to send me questions. I'm happy to take questions. Thanks again, Adia, for your second question. And I'll see you guys next time. Thanks.